So in order to consider how to restore order, we should think about how to deal with yang, I think. So start. First of all, we should think about what is yang. So please, what is yang? What is yang? What is yang? Please state your opinion. What is yang? What is yang, I think? And let me show this movie. It's about yang in Italy.
It is a sorry sight. 51 boys from Nairobi's Eastleigh area arranged in Mali law courts this morning. The boys, some as young as 12 years, are believed to be members of a gang called Superpower Boys and are accused of using force and crude weapons to rob a businessman, Mohammed Saeed Aden, of 32,400 shillings along 9th Street in Eastleigh on Thursday. On the same day, the gang used knives and force to steal shillings from another victim on State Street.
The Kenya organized they were the Western countries, but they were talking about either the country or in Somalia.
The gang members, predominantly of Somali origin, recruit children after school to engage in pornography, drugs, and underage drinking, terrorizing residents and stealing from businesses in the Eastleigh area.
For today's bandits, we are very happy and there is a motivation to keep up arresting them because now the number has reduced.
Each of the suspects was released on a cash bail ranging between 1 million and 500,000 shillings, with their cases to be heard on August 12th. For JSO at 7, I'm Yvonne Chege.
Especially about the young girls, I believe there are some ways to change them to a normal condition, I hope, and I believe as youth. As youth, like they are, I'd like to propose to consider the way to deal with as youth. That arts, UN or NGO like that, sometimes implement DDR from armed group or gangs from peace building process. DDR means disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration. But we cannot implement the DDR. So we should think about the way to deal with gangster as youth, right? Let me show one example of the way to deal with gangster. In Chicago, United States, there are a lot of shooting incidents by teenagers. The number of cases reached over 3,000 per year, and most offenders are teen gangsters. In that situation, 16 gangsters independently are taking a patrol with their living know-how. Furthermore, each community is affecting such ex-gangsters for cooperating with each other to improve their security. Based on what I mentioned, please think about it in your group discussion, and let's suggest practicable opinion, and if we can do it, let's do it with us. So please discuss in your group. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Fear. He was showing us about the clip that happened recently about the arrest of the youth, the gang youth in Eastleigh, and he was talking about the ways how to engage these youth and make them change their ways, and doing that change as a youth, not from the government side. Like as a youth, what we can do to make them stop doing those illegal activities that they are carrying on.
يقول حوالي مختلف
واسير من دوي
بكرة واسود ضمية لا كوريستا قال شيء
activities, for example, to be a criminal guy, or to steal someone from their properties, things like that. So you don't know what causes unemployment. One is the third one is corruption in the police department. We all know is a huge thing. It is everywhere, especially in Kenya. Every institution that you go in, you will find corruption. It's everywhere. But the most important thing about police, madam, behave in an integral part of the society, and they are the one who enforce the law. And if they are becoming corrupted, then there is not actually a security at all. So, we know madam, was masked to catch police and the public خطأ بين كريمة خطأ العجل مسكسر بحنية الناس كذي مركا وحشة ما يقعد الله مركا كلش قلت له يا دينيس هاي كان كوسيس أما حيابها كيرين سكري هدي لكن ساري كوربشن تي قف كده بيسميس لما كان تحت بدنا يمين وصوت طبعا شيء كان يعني and he will face the justice. The fourth way وحي family breakups or food. For example, if you are from Somalia, cutting in Somalia, in a Boyeda, Baha, in a you struggle to find yourself, you struggle emotionally, you struggle financially. That book is to, just to be like to engage yourself in activities like being a criminal, things like that. And to make it good. And I don't want to low living standards. I think I'm off the gear, I will be a social media. One thing I'm a social media. And I'm seeing your car soccer. And who can you be sound, Madame? Stop like standard can you ski? No, we are like a lot of ideas. So that's the in poverty, it's almost the same. Like in poverty, that's what we're poverty now. In a party, I see a party. But I think I'm off the figure of the Kira Basin. In a wood, or when the week I get around the second. See how the British. But I wrote it in Thailand, and another special case in our case of our tribe is Kabiala. You know, Madam, you couldn't get a crowd in a corner of Kenya and Somalia. Kabiala in our party, you practice Kenya. Have a look at it, and I know that is a hustle. Can I hear a Samoa, and my city? But it's not a story. And as a youth, what can we do about the security? And the first point is create awareness. How do you create awareness? For example, campaign by awareness of lectures, things like that. Even now, what I explain the right or what I'm walking on my head, scared and what I just come out to the point. That's the point. Another point how is seen as a luxury to be shaping our spirit. For example, the workshop teaches us how this thing is not a good thing. So actually, also that we had seminars, brainstorming, things like that. And another example عروت الجامس يحيى باكو كذا يسووا عيسان سبورت فوتبول باكو حياة طبعا عيسان then you will engage when you interact with each other it becomes very easy you see باكو حياة you become friends so in that way things might take باكو حياة you come back to the normal way of life in that way providing has itself is very important you know psychological it has an impact when you become a criminal you see the disregard and the welfare of others. So in that way, when you give them the answer, when you give them that, you know, they say wait at the end of the tunnel, they say light at the end of the tunnel, then they can come back and appreciate the more because of that kind of activity. So that's one other thing. The fourth point we have provide integrity. How are we going to integrate? How are we as a family hand? And there's a gap between our elders and young. So that gap, you bridge that gap. And I'm Daniela, you are the leader. Yeah, I just want to remind you also to talk about. Yeah, for example, what kind of service? What kind of women? What kind of service? It's getting that. So that's the one way. And another thing we have solutions. It's a good family level. In family having models, they may not show up in fiscalism, they may not have the camera, or my how we came. The first point, we have provide. The first point, we have provide education for the children. How to do the method. Intelligent being a yellow program, I should be given the كبعد ما نروح شنو بدل حيبرني سعيد for others, love for others, respecting others, everything. Those integral values, those social values, you instill them. And I'm going to have a provide family housing, almost the same as family had a measure of social. You provide family housing. And I'm in Abiyo here in Somalia, what a discussion. عرفتوا بهذا العمل حول الحياة الزمنية كنا ماشيين حاجزين عرفتوا ندخل عرفت كيف نقول إن إذا ما فاهم كيف داو so that's one of the point and third point I provide by class for example what most important thing is that principles around the world what we expect from God and our lives. So, to provide a class about the sober or even how to buy, how to raise up children. Exactly, it's one of the important things. So that part of my house, they don't need street children. Another point to have provide a conducive time for children to grow in a healthy way. You don't get that at the family level. يطلب والد الآن العقول بعدين هذا الشيء شن عارض هذا الشيء وصار صدق بقى كهلا صدق ما يقول في عينه وحوي كل كهلا من يفترض يا بعض الفهم so you don't beat them yell at them instead you give them advice continuously advising them and that's another point. The fifth point, the last point is showing love and caring for the children. Whatever the circumstances. You show them unlimited love. You show them affection. That no matter what they do, or no matter what circumstances they are in, you show them that, guys, I love you, I'm your dad, I'm your mother, whatever you have done, I'm with you. So in that way, I'm وحبرني وحي أي ماتي خلق كيسي ما يعني بصنع ما دام يوم والدكم إن شاء الله لكن أنا عايز أصير مرة وحي الخاطر سيارة بس ماتي ضرورة بس لا وصية عادي حوالي سنة دي كنت so thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. And then we allocated each team to have 5 minutes, but this case is more than 10 minutes. That's fine. Next time, please make sure that you use the time we allocate for you. So next representative, please you can come 5 minutes.
shaqadu hadii ay dadka ku badato laga yaabo in stress badan ama trauma badan ay ku dhacayso salaad iyo guuraadiyo haddii ay gaajadu badato dad badanaa shaqo la'aan noqonayaan taana waxay dhan booliiskana way aadaya oo qofka haddii uu booliis yahay oo uu mushahar qaato mushaharka uu qaadanayo aan kitaabkiisa aanay ku filnayn khasab inuu lacag dadka ka qaato oo uu soo bixino way ku khasbantaa hadda qanina qofka dhalinyarada ah oo aan guriga wuxuu kila iskaga bixiya haysanin soomaali ahaan ama wuxuu noloshiisa ku daberi lahaa aan haysanin isagana way ku khasbaysaa inuu dadka dhaco ama tuuganimo sameeyo okay corruption haddii uu bato iyadana waa ay security uu yaraanaya sababtoo ah askariga hadduu lacag ka qaato shaqsiga uu soo xiro corruption uu saayidaa haddii faamiliga ay carruurtooda dayacaan laba siis sababtoo ah aabuhu hadduu wiil sideedaba qofta wari inay koriso way ku adag tahay asal ahaan way noqona wiilku waxa uu ka cabsoodaa waa aabe
أنا أروح هاي سكول لبينا جامعة لبينا أتونا تبغى ولا لا يمكن أبدي روبري بكل دعاية أنا بدي أروح كذا isolation from the society معناها أروحها ضد كاركتر يعني كل security I think drug abuse ذيك تروح هتدوس تعمل drug something أنا for example drug اسمها كوكين عمل very expensive to buy الأدوية المدمعة يعني فقط غير كنت نقدر لكن هي corruption is still normal in this country corruption معناها هو اللي هو 1960 أمريكا أكيد ما دام youth أهم حاجة تونجر cancel المعيقين يقرب سنة وانه being friendly to them أنا أروح أدكتور نقدر يعني واحد نشوف اسمه كذا وخاصة friendly to them providing them to have a gun group persuading them to have a gun group أنا to lead them to gun group solution to the group أنا دولة أهم وحنا كدولة employment opportunity معناها إحنا وصل مسوا شقوية opportunity for example وضع حالة streets that are good issues the other thing stable education system معناها so for example روحوا high school primary degree and high school scholarship يعني بس هو خلصوا education workshop seminars عمل workshop ولا بقول seminar يصير وعي engaging them to the community workers معناها نحن engage them the community workers so يعاون the community the last one وحرص معناها اللي حروح
issues touching on security. When we talk about security, it is quite diverse because security begins from our homes and to the rest of the community. We have been having issues of insecurity just within our homes, especially the Somali community homes. As you know, many of the Somali residents within Nairobi are Hadis, that is, they are migrants because of what was happening in their country. Back at home, some of the families collapsed, which led to individuals fleeing from Somalia to Kenya. We have many cases whereby young girls fled their country, came along to Kenya. They go to look to their tribe people, which from my understanding has not been easy. And due to that, out of the trauma, some led or rather they are forced to live a miserable life. The young girls have been employed as househelps, cleaning clothes in some of the Somali families, the households. Others have been working in the stores. As you know, in ECD is a hub for the imported clothwear which comes from different countries, from China, Singapore, and other countries. So some went into employment in those stores. Then there are the young boys who also came. And from what I have been experiencing, some have never to hold that anchor within themselves. And that is why we have been having a lot of issues just within the homes. You find one Somali man from you call it Digado, and another tribe, just because of a very small issue, it integrates into a serious fight. That has been a cause of insecurity. We have seen some come to our office and report that they have been greeted by persons whom they held grudges back in Somalia. We have been able to assist them in one way or other, and many times we have referred them to the UNHCR offices where they have been able to get assistance. Some have left the country. So that has been part of insecurity within the offices. As time has been going on, there are those young girls and young boys who came to Kenya. And because of life demands, they have grown and they want to have families. Some have been getting married here to the local Somali population, the Kenyan Somali. Others have been married the Hanis from Somalia. And because of some disagreements, we have seen a lot of families break up. It's like almost 7% or more of most of the marriages that have been carried out by these Hanis, many of them have been breaking up. And you know, when they break up, they leave maybe the lady, the wife, with a child or children. And since this woman doesn't have any income, it has become also an issue of insecurity. Because the lady is not safe, she has no means to feed her children and even herself. And therefore, that has been causing conflict. Whenever the ladies approach their husbands, or rather the people who had married them for upkeep, as a Islamic custom, that whenever one divorces and they have a child, it is the responsibility of the father to continue supporting the child. So that is true. So whenever the lady goes to the guy who had married her, then they pick up the fight because the guy does not want to be responsible. That has been a case which has brought insecurity within this area. I have dealt with other issues, like you find like a certain Somali lady was married and the husband passed on. After the husband died, a brother to the late husband of a certain lady pushes her and befriends her. And after some time, which is natural, a child is born out of that relationship, though they are not married. It has come to my knowledge that according to your tradition, the Somali tradition, that is not acceptable. So I have seen such cases whereby a guy who was a brother to the husband of a certain lady who died, after realizing that he had sired a child with that lady, begins to threaten that lady with death. I don't know whether you have encountered this yourselves. Have you ever encountered such things? I have these things in the record. You know, we don't go exposing personal issues to the public. But these are cases coming to our office. Like the last 2 weeks, I had a case which has been running. One lady met someone on the street, along the street, with a guy who impregnated her, who was a brother to the late husband, and the man was beaten so badly, was left for dead. So this is a cause of insecurity. You know, when we talk about insecurity, it If there's a person you are not safe, you are not secure, that is an insecurity. You may not be secure even within your house because of your relationship with your husband or your wife. I have encountered cases whereby Somali men have been battered by their wives. Oh yes. And some of the men have ran away. They have ran away and began other families with different ladies. It may sound strange, but I am talking about reality. Something I can give you reference. Okay. So, I don't know whether it is the culture of the Somali ladies. From my administration and what I have noticed within my office, that we have some ladies who are quite ruthless to their husbands. Yes, you can take it or leave it, but that is the part. Because every day I handle many people with diverse issues in my office, and this is something I have noticed that brings insecurity to the life of even very close people, including couples. So that has been a cause of insecurity. I know some of you might be looking at the term insecurity in a broad way, in a manner that we want to talk about insecurity along the streets. Or we want to talk about insecurity in terms of the Al-Shabaab or Al-Qaeda. We have other forms of insecurity which many of us do not notice. Are you there? These are some of the insecurity issues that we live with. But what has been the cause of all this? I believe from my study that part of it has been because of the trauma which many of you have not come out of. You understand? I want now to come to the broad sphere of the insecurity which many of you wanted to hear from me about the organized gangs. Hello? Are you there? I know this is what everybody wants to hear about. But before I get to that, it was important for me to give you a foundation on what we are talking about. As I say, the young girls who came here and the young boys, after growing, some of their family members, for those who came with their parents, some of the parents relocated to Europe. And before they made arrangements for the children to go with them to Europe, the young men and girls were left here in Isili and other parts of Nairobi. And because of the life stress, that is, these young men have to live. They need house rent. They need money to cover their clothing and food stuff, which at times has been delayed from being sent from Europe. These young boys and girls came together because of that child neglect, and they formed a group. For the last few years, or rather last few months, we had within Isili the superpower group, which is an organized gang. We had another group which referred to itself Sitaki Kujua. So you know all these groups? Sitaki Kujua, Superpower, and another name. Just mention it. Amuka Twende. Amuka Twende, Sitaki Kujua, Superpower, all these kind of groupings. You know, this group, the groupings came up because of what I've just said. That the parents left these young men here, they went to Europe. Many of them have no formal education. They cannot seek for formal employment. Others do not have legal documentation for them Hello? And that pushed them to the wall. As a government, as an agent of security, we are trying to control as much as we could these guys. Me, have been operating from Section 1 to Joska. And for sure, those who have been living within this area, you are very sure that even during the day, from 5th Street to 12th Street, you could not just walk safely. Is it true? Hello, is it true? Yes. But for some time, I believe you can agree with me that the situation has changed. When you have a secret, hello, it has changed. If I walk around, these young men and girls, they know me. When they see me from far, many of them just run because they know what will happen. Personally, I've been able to arrest not less than 40 within my area. And all of them have been arraigned in court for various crimes. Many of them have been imprisoned, others are out on board. And I can tell you, the gun that was operating from, or rather between 5th Street to 11th Street, many of them are relocated from this area. You agree with me? They have moved to this location. Is it true or not true? Hello? This is an interactive meeting. It's not a letter. Do you agree with me? Yes. Yes, they have relocated because they know personally you cannot corrupt me. There is none of the gang member can tell you that has ever corrupted me because of any wrongdoing. They are also been involved in drugs. The same gangs have been involved in drugs. Like there is one building which you all know. It is called Juba House, whereby also these young guys and rented groups. But I had to force them out from that building. If you go to that building, almost like 10% of the rooms are vacant because after realizing that these boys hide in that building, I went there, flushed them out, took them to court. Those who repented, we let them go, and I can tell you, some of them have changed. About Sitaki Kujuaga, which has been specifically targeting the Somali community. These guys, they have not been harassing the other citizens. They zero in only the Somalis. We have come up with a strategy as a government that if you want to catch a thief, you must do what? You must set a thief. You must set a thief. Through various meetings with different NGOs, including Yaden, I know some of you know Yaden. You know Yaden? Do you know Yaden? It is an NGO that empowers the youth. Yaden has helped us so much by organizing for symposiums. It has helped us in organizing for theaters and bringing these groups together. Yaden has nurtured some of the talents of these young men from different tribes, including the Somali community. And the boys who were engaged in wrongdoing have changed, and some of them have begun doing productive businesses. You know, like we have this business of garbage collection within ECV. We have incorporated some of the Somali community population, and we have encouraged them to form community-based organizations so that we can create employment for them. And that is why we are having a group like the one which is called FISA, which is collecting garbage within Isili. And the membership of that group is just young men who have come together, formed that group, and they are making they are living out of that garbage collection. We have done various sensitization meetings whereby we have tried to educate the young men on how to come out of crime. Through the help of YADE and USA, we have been able to put up security and advancement within our area. Therefore, for my conclusion, I would encourage you young guys who are here, that whether you are a Somali Kenyan or you are an alien, it is your fundamental right to live anywhere in the world. Do you agree with me? We hate as a government any form of discrimination of persons. Wherever you come from, as long as you are in this country, it is your right to live peacefully. It is your right to be protected by the government. There are those who live without any documentation to show whom they are. I would wish to encourage those who have no documentation. Whether you are a refugee or a local, go to the relevant offices, get that document, which is very important for you. If you have attained the age of getting an ID card, go to the relevant offices, apply, and I am very sure if you have all the other necessary documents required, you'll be able to get a national identity card. If you are a refugee, the offices of HCR are open. Just move to those offices, apply for the alien card or that document you call mandate. It is issued free of charge. Hello? Are you there? And I believe when you get this document, you move freely. You will have the confidence within yourself. But if you don't have any document, whenever you see any state agent, security agent, you begin to run. And when you run and you are noticed, then you are arrested. Then you begin to say, the Kenya police, the chief of the office of the chief are harassing and intimidating, while it is your own fault for not doing the right thing. Are you there? Hello? When you have these documentations, you'll be able to advance your education if you have got a zeal to further your education. I have seen so many young guys who have joined and enrolled in various colleges, and they are still furthering their education. This is very important for your future. Get the right document, enhance your education, seek employment, interact with the rest of the population of the world, and you live a peaceful and a happy life. Are you there? Let us come out of the peer groups that we interact with, because those are some of the groups that have been misleading us. We need to live a focused life as young men. Hello? Hello? If you have got a focus and a mission, then you go miles. But if you don't have focus and a mission about your life, then you live a miserable life. It is our high time as young men came out, embraced what is good for us, good for our country, and good for our society. May the good Lord, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Okay, and you introduced us about insecurity. More so, you talked of the family conflicts and the domestic violences that are there in our community. And apart from that, you also talked of the young boys and who are causing harm in the streets. You also talk of another groups who target only the Somali community. But we know, and for us to make sure that there's security all over, and we must have some trust and confidence in the agents or the bodies of the government that are concerned with the security. And one of those agents are the chiefs and the assistant chiefs. They are the people who are very close to the community who are working with us. My question is, what have you done to build trust and confidence between the community and your office? Not the police, but you as an individual, as a chief's office, and the community. What have you done to enhance that relationship between you and the community? Thank you.
If you can link with Refugee Consortium of Kenya, they'll give you my reference on the many letters that I have written. So my office is working very closely. And as I say, about setting, if you want to catch a thief, you send a thief. You understand? There are some young Somali groups which I have sat with them in my office, and we have discussed on how we can bring on board all the other youth so that we can live and work as a team. Thank you very much.
Before we move to the other question, I had a question on the answer you just gave. When you mentioned that you have sent a lot of letters to facilitate for the refugees to move, and they don't have any problem with the security guys when they are moving, when they're traveling, I mean. From the way you tell me, I understood that you have sent these letters, but there was no action being followed. Is that what happened, or what is it necessary to be done for you to put more pressure on the office so those actions are being taken?
Okay, thank you. Like, I have many cases whereby an individual comes to my office and tells me I do not have an alien card, neither that big letter, the mandate. And I want to travel to this place. And this is where I live. Some of them have led me even to their houses. They have introduced me to their relatives within ECD. So whenever I write this letter, and they encounter the police officers on the roadblocks, and some are arrested, since in every letter I put my cell phone number, the officers on the other side calls me, and I confirm that I know that person has been living within my area of jurisdiction, and none has ever been arraigned in court. Like I had a case the other day about some Ethiopians who were arrested along Isiolo Road, somewhere. There were 9 who were coming from Isili, going to Marsabit, I think. So they were arrested. After they were arrested, I was called. I linked up with the Refugee Consortium of Kenya, and those 9 people were released. They were not taken to court. So this is how we are working. I put my number, my cell phone number. If they encounter any problem, they call me, and I confirm that for sure I know these people. Thank you.
I would like to thank Mr. John for the excellent presentation he gave us today. And I hope I really appreciate for you to join our workshop.
Sure.
And we hope that sometime in the future you will be able to work with us.
Sure.
Yeah, let's give a big applause to Mr. John.
maalinkii mas'uulkeen dambeysay iskaashinkeena qaabku ahayn maanta ka yaraysanaas yaano maalinkii waxaan ka hadlaynay iyo maanta waxaan ka hadlaynaa kala duwan marka hadday kala duwan yihiin waa inay nagu kala duwanaan marka waxaan taranaa maalinkii haddii la fadhiyey maanta inta casharka qaadan marka in la taagnaado arano inay soo tagalta si ka duwan inaan mid kasta qoraal ka samayno mid kasta wax yar baan ka soo qaadanayna sawir baan ka qaadan marka sawirkaasi uu ka macno badan yahay qoraal aad u fara badan oo laga yaabo inuuna qofku inay qorto ama lowdahaan qaata ay aad baadan tahay waxaa ka muhiimsan muuqaal yar oo kuu muuqda that's way bay u dhahaan dadku in qofku kaartoonka dadkaan kaartoonka wax ku cabira waxay kun jeer ka fiican yihiin dadka wax qoro dhan waxaad arkateen intaan casharka bilaabin inuu kaartoonku ama sawirku ka fiican yahay waxa la qoro dhan 1 milyan oo qof 4 milyan oo qof ku dhawaada Soomaaliya wax qorta laakiin qofka ugu caansan Amir Caamir weeye waa maxay sabab waa kaartoonku ku sawiro waa sawirku weeye saas oo inta ku fiirsho meesha ku leeyahay sawir yahay daba dheer leeyahay daba kaliya qaadanaya inta kale qof raba ku garanaya waa arrin aad u fiican marka si qofku u fahmo way kaga sahlan tahay in uu qaato muxuu ahaa inuu sawir ka qaato macluumaad badan aan sheegay sidaas daraadeed waxaan qaadanaynaa macluumaadkeeda intaas badan uu noqon doonaa ku saabsan sawirro iyo muuqaallo erayada dhaqan caado iyo hiddo dadku waxay u kala isticmaalaan erayo kale laakiin isku dhadhow mar waxay ka wadaan macnayaal kala duwan marna waxay ka wadaan hal macne saddexdaas xagga xigta waxay ka buugsanayaan maraya saddex carabiya xagga ka sii xigta saddex soomaaliya halkaan ay ka xigta dhinaca soomaaliga inoo uga marnayna way gaarayaan saddexda soomaaliga waa saddexda ahmiyadda ugu badan siin dhammaantay waa dhaqan caado iyo ugu dambaynta hiddo haye intaan marka tacriif aan ka bixinin yaa yaqaana midda ugu sarreyso dhaqan qof walba maxaad ka aaminsan tahay dhaqan maxaad ka taqaan maxaad u maraysa qodobkaas waxaad arkaysaa hoosta kaga qoran oday dhaqameed ama madax dhaqameed maxaa laga wadaa madax dhaqameed waa qofka takhasuskaas gaarka u leh oo yaqaana maadada aqoonta uu marka maadada u leeyahay waxay ku kalifaysaa dadka dhan inay uga dambeeyaan haddii hadda intaan meesha fadhina dhaqan ka hadlayno uu soo galo idaajaari oo kale ama uu soo galo xatraawi maxaa samaynaynaa waa aamustaynaa hal qofba wax sheegaya ma jiro muxuu inaga badiyaa dhaqanku inaga badiyaa weliba qaybahan buu naga badiyaa wuxuu naga badiyaa kan koobaad dhaqan guud wuxuu naga badiyaa dhaqan dhaqaale wuxuu naga badiyaa dhaqan siyaasadeed wuxuu naga badiyaa dhaqan nololeed intaasoo dhan naga badiyaa markaad leedahay dhaqan waa inaad maskaxda ku haysid dhaqanku ma aha hal mida ama sida loo noolyahay keliya maaha waa wax oo dhan kala sidaas daraadeed waxaad maqashaan waddankaasi wuxuu leeyahay dhaqan xun marka la leeyahay dhaqan xun buu leeyahay ama dhaqan xun buu leeyahay waa inaad fahamto waddankaasi wuxuu leeyahay dhaqan guud oo xun wuxuu leeyahay dhaqan dhaqaale oo xun wuxuu leeyahay dhaqan siyaasadeed oo xun wuxuu leeyahay sidoo kale dhaqan nololeed oo xun waxaa rabaa inaan mar labaad idinkeeda kusoo laabto aan ka bilowna midda ugu horeysa dhaqan guud maxaa ka taqaanaa qof walba uu dhaqan guud markaan ka hadlayno Soomaali waxaan siinayaa gabadhaas saddexaad khatrayo gabadha أنا قوية مقعد ما أنا كلام متوقع ما تكلم مقعد ما يا سامي
Hello. Today I want to speak about the political characteristic of Japan. The political characteristic of Japan is pacifism. Pacifism is renunciation of the war. In Japan, the war is prohibited by law. The present political system is made after World War II. Before World War II, Japanese politics was based on militarism. Japan invaded many countries. The all red zone are colonized by Japan. And this is a picture. At the time, even the women are forced to join the war. In despotic government, freedom of speech is not admitted. People are forced to join war. But 6 August 1945, the United States dropped the atomic bomb Hiroshima. Within 2 kilometers, atomic bombs has deadly power. all buildings were blown by the only one bomb. The smoke reached up 1,600 meters. About 10,000 people were killed in an instant, and more, a secondary disease killed 100,000 people. So, despite the heavy damage, Japan surrendered at 1945. After defeating at World War II, Japan was like a colony of the United States. Afterward, politics system was changed by the United States from deposit to democratic. Japan was like a colony of the United States, starting from zero, starting from bottom. But now, Japan is one of the leading advanced nations. Climbing up, hard worker, I think this is Japanese characteristic. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Next speech is Saki.
Taka, he presented the political system in Japan. So I will talk about something Japan and China and South Korea. You know those three countries, right? We are so close, and we form the East Asia Triangle with those countries. So now let's start how we are different. So there is a map of East Asia. So can you guys see which country is where? So with this big continent, who can tell what is this country name? Who can tell? This one. China, yeah. Oh, sorry. This one. So, and then how about this small country here? South Korea, yes. Yeah. And then you know this country, right? Yes. Japan, yes. So we formed Eastern Asia Triangle. So let's see how we are different. So I don't know if you guys know how to read this. This is the way we say hello in Japanese. I say konnichiwa. If I say yeah. Yeah, konnichiwa. Yeah, in Japanese we say hello. So the middle one, I think you guys are familiar with this word, ni hao. Yeah, in Chinese. So maybe on your right side, it's not very familiar. It's in Korean. We say 안녕하세요. Yeah. So it's all the meaning. They all mean hello, but we are so different from in terms of how we say it and how we write it. So all three countries used to have the same characters like this. We used to have all South Korea, Japan, and China. We used to have using the same characters. But now, kanji's original Chinese characters not being used in Korea anymore, but now still being used in Japan. So when I go back to Japan, when I'm taking classes and taking notes, I'm using kanji. And it's interesting that Japanese and Korean share some words with each other. Like for example, do you know this? This is, how do we say in English, this one? Yeah, giraffes. But in Japanese we say kiri. Yeah, and in Korean they also say kiri. I don't know why it's same, but we share the words. Giraffe in Somali. Good. Okay, I will remember that. So next we will move on to the region. In Japan we say Shinto, but not very core in terms of activities. So we don't play every day. We don't do something special for this. But we believe in some kinds of God, we believe that the mountain has a god and ocean has another god. Like so, I think that Muslims believe in one god, right? But we do believe there are some gods, like mountain god, river god, ocean god, something like that. And about China, in China, religion is kind of limited. They don't believe very much. But people in some minor groups in China, they have strong beliefs like Buddhism and even Islam. They believe in Islam, yeah. And about Korea, I think I have a friend of mine, he's Korean, and he's very strong to Christianity. So there are some kinds of people who believe in religion as well. I don't know, sorry. So, Taka has mentioned about political system in Japan. So, in Japan we take parliamentary cabinet system. That means there are two parliaments and above the two parliaments we have cabinets. So the cabinets control everything, and the leader of the cabinet we call the prime minister. And I think you guys have seen this person, maybe? Yeah. Now he's the leader of Japan. And about China, we are so different from Japan. They have only one party. So the head of the state is the top of Chinese politics. So they are communist. So the top of the communist party is the top of China. I think he's in Africa. I don't know where he is now, but I heard he's like traveling around Africa now, but not Kenya. I don't know. And Korea, they are using presidential system like United States. So presidents, he or she rules everything, like politics, armies. So now they have the first female president in Korea. So her name is Park Geun-hye. Now she controls everything in Korea. Are you guys familiar with those people? Maybe not. And lastly, I want to talk about the sports. I think you know him. This one? You guys know him? Famous? Yeah, Kaido. He's a soccer player. Yeah. Maybe him? Honda. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, in Japan we play baseball, football, and basketball teams, and we have lots of sports activities in Japan. And from primary school to college, we play those sports. So we are very active on sports. That's my presentation.
Next is mine. But don't worry, my presentation is really short. So please take it easy. The title is Diversity of Japan. This is Japan, you know. Japan is not a big country, right? But we have the diversity on these runs. So I will explain some unique characters in Japan on each district. First, this is north part of Japan. The name Hokkaido and Tohoku area. North part has huge farms. Yeah, we can see many cows. And also, North part is very cold area, so it snows a lot in winter, like this. And also, the nuclear plant of Fukushima that was fallen down by big earthquakes on 2011. They're located in there. It's in Fukushima nuclear plant. And this is the red zone. The center of red zone is no-go area even now. So next is Kanto. This is Kanto area. Our capital Tokyo is located in there. This is Tokyo. This is the Shinjuku, who I live in here. But also we have a very beautiful coast in Kanto area. So this is Enoshima. I was born near here, this Enoshima. And next, this is Chubu area, Chubu district. There are many big mountains in this area. This is Japan Alps. They are always covered by snow. And also we have the most highest mountain in Japan named Fujiyama. This is the World Heritage now. So we're in this area. The next is, this is Kansai area. About 1,000 years ago, our capitals are located in this area, like this. This is our old capital in Kyoto Prefecture in this area. And also, this is a traditional Japanese dancer. So, yeah, maybe 13 or 1,000 ago, each Japanese beautiful woman looks like this. The next, this is the Chugoku Shikoku area. The Chugoku Shikoku area, the Hiroshima Prefecture. The nuclear bomb attacked this area by United States Army on August 1945. This is atomic bomb dome by atomic bomb. Also, this is local area in Japan. Yes. The last three, this is Kyushu and Okinawa area. Kyushu has majestic nature, very good nature. And Okinawa is the small prefecture. Okinawa has a beautiful sea. And also Okinawa has the most biggest aquarium in Japan, like that. Okay, thank you for listening. Maybe just 1 minute, right?
Have you ever heard these blossom names? What? Do you know what name is blossom? This is a cherry blossom. Do you know? This is the most popular blossom in Japan. In spring, cherry blossom is bloom at the same time and give us great view. We have a wonderful time talking our friends with great meals under these trees. Yes, we call this gathering Hanami in Japanese. Spring is also the season of meeting and participant, a party. We say goodbye previous lifestyle and say hello new one. This is graduation ceremony and this is entrance ceremony in school. Next, summer. Summer starts from June to August. This season is very hot and humid. Our lifestyle greatly changed. We enjoy playing at the sea. Do you know? This is a firework. Firework is done among summer festival. Very, very beautiful. I like this. Do you know the tree? This is bamboo. Bamboo is one of the most traditional trees in Japan. Next, fall. Fall is start from 9 to November. Yes. Fall seasons, the leaves turn into red and yellow. This is very beautiful and many people visit shrines and mountains to see this scenery.
أجمل مسيح يحيي يا رب رحمة محمود موسى.
الله لك